while I was pregnant, I started promoting my husband. Why don't you go find somebody that can help take care of you? I had no libido. I had no libido to begin with. Very
Mm-hmm.
poor libido, I should say. Um, so I was like, what about your friend? She's interested in you. Um, Go have fun.
So did you
And
guys stop being open within that window of time when the 18-year-old went away in the pregnancy?
yes. Well, let's see. That was April. They were together for about a month and a half. Um, we rekindled our friendship late May. I got pregnant in July. So, yeah,
So nothing between there.
nothing between there.
And then how long after pregnancy did you start saying, "Hey, you guys"?
During pregnancy, which
Oh,
was
sorry. Yeah. How long during? Like, how far along?
probably 4 to 5 months pregnant.
Okay. So that whole time he wasn't seeing anyone. You weren't seeing
Mm-mm.
anyone.
No,
Was that intentional? Like, did you guys talk about that?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But he did have a friend who he knew through college, and she had interest in him, and he started talking about it. So we started developing more open communication, especially after, Erika flipping out about lying, lying friends who were jealous.
Mm-hmm.
So we had open communication. He started vocalizing more and more if somebody had interest in him or if he had interest in somebody else. And then the person that we were friends with, they were in an open marriage. So she had permission
Mm-hmm.
from her husband to have fun as she would. So my husband ended up pursuing things with her. I don't think they ever had sex, but I know they fooled around a lot. But he would come home and he would be like, yeah, we fooled around. There was one time where I was a designated driver in St. Charles, and I took them up there and I let them go bar hopping. I was 8 months pregnant. It was the
Oh
middle of
my.
winter. It was like February.
Aren't you a good wife?
And and this is how, like, just in pregnancy, my mindset changed. I went from being this jealous, raging cunt to taking my husband to bars so he can hang out with the girl that he's interested in. And
Right.
apparently, at one point, she gave him a blowjob while I was right in the area and I had no idea. And then I like to tease him. I'm like, you left your pregnant wife who was 8 months pregnant and it was 10 degrees outside in the freezing winter so you can get a blowjob.
He's like, no.
But,
But yes.
exactly. So, yeah, so pregnancy has changed me.
That is interesting.
Yes. And
Because
then,
that's not something I can necessarily be like, hey, tip of the day.
and
You're
right, get
jealous.
pregnant.
Go get pregnant. It's not.
Everybody I know that gets pregnant, all those negative traits are emphasized. They become
Mm-hmm.
worse. We become more angry, more bitter, more jealous.
The hormones take
Yeah,
over.
absolutely.
Or yours,
Mine
like,
were just like, hey man, I'm chill. Sorry for attacking you.
Well, you got hippie hormones, man.
Totally, totally.
That's pretty cool.
Right? My kid came out, I named him River. True story.
Hippie hormones.
Hippie hormones.
You gotta research this.
You're not the first person that's told me that. The other person I was talking to had said she wonders if there's a correlation with hormones and how it controls your emotions and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe.
Fuck yeah, that's pretty cool. So let me see. What else have you done to deal with jealousy? So, have you taken any action like reading books, therapy, uh, seminars, anything like that?
Um, Not really. I occasionally, like, there were certain things that I would see online that I'd just be like, oh, I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People talking about being jealous. My partner has been gone for 3 hours when they said they'd only be gone for an hour and a half, and I'm trying to keep my jealousy down. But I've learned to distinguish the difference between jealousy and insecurity. Jealousy to me is that I'm seeing red right now. I'm so intensely involved with my inner brain that I'm forgetting everything around me and everyone around me, and all I'm sensing is anger. Whereas insecurity is, okay, I'm seeing everything around me and I'm not seeing what's in my brain, and everything around me is judging me, and it's making me feel uncomfortable. So I have periods of insecurity at times. I don't have periods of jealousy anymore.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to my husband, because I'm pretty secure now and comfortable in our relationship that I know he's not going anywhere.
Right.
So what was the question? I'm terrible
just
at...
have you
Oh, yes,
doing
right.
counseling, stuff like that.
So I started seeing a psychologist, and with the whole 18-year-old incident,
Hmm.
and it was to help kind of de-stress me.
Specifically a psychologist.
Specifically a psychologist,
Okay. Why
yes.
did you choose psychologist?
Because I didn't want medication.
Okay.
And I knew
Wait.
going to a psychiatrist would give me meds.
Okay.
See me for 15 minutes and send me on my way.
Hmm.
I didn't want a diagnosis, I just wanted to talk about it.
Right.
And the psychologist was like, and he was very not poly friendly. The psychologist was like, "Hey, you should probably leave your husband. This isn't gonna
Oh
get
man.
better, right?"
Wow.
And then, I'm listening to him, and then we ended up going to marriage counseling as well through my job,
Hmm.
through the employee assistance program. And this woman was like, "You guys are pretty much destined to fail." We went and saw her, I think, 2 or 3 times, and the third time she just mocked our relationship and open relationships so hard that when we left there, we fell back in love. It
Hmm.
was interesting. Like, she made us feel like such shit about being a human being and exploring different possibilities with other people that we were like, you know what? We don't need this bitch. And we just fell back in love.
Wow.
So I think it also depends on the partner and how they promote the relationships that
Hmm.
help you with your jealousy and so forth. So, but no books.
So then you wouldn't necessarily, from your experience, recommend going to see anybody.
If you do see somebody, make them poly-friendly. There
Mm.
are plenty of resources out there now that you can find people in your area that are poly-friendly.
Okay.
But the standard, no.
Yeah, we had the same experience. Someone we went to, this lady was totally like, you could tell she was just judging the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
She
And
wasn't outwardly judging it, but
and
she
the
was,
woman's the victim. Go ahead.
oh yeah, always. Oh my God, that's how it is in life. Everyone
Yep.
thinks I'm like this person that's this poor girl. Well, I'm like, she's kind of crazier than I am when she wants to be. But yeah. Then we found a poly friendly guy. He wasn't necessarily poly, but he was okay with it, and that was really what helped change things for us. So,
Yeah.
so your advice would be, if you're gonna do it, make it poly friendly.
Yes.
Don't go to anyone else because they're gonna talk shit.
Right.
Okay, cool. It's good to know. Okay, so now you talk about everything. So does he also tell
Yeah.
you about everything?
Yeah. Actually, I want to say, so he's been in a relationship. He's got 2 girlfriends. He's been in one relationship now for a year. It's not a very emotional relationship, but it's also not a very physical relationship. They're just together.
Mm-hmm.
She provides something for him, and he provides something for her. Again, that whole poly element where it doesn't have to be about sex, people. Um, and so he's got her, and then we had a friend. That he just started dating in September. We'd known her for about a year, had seen her through another relationship. She's an amazing person, and they always had a connection. And I always used to watch them when we were out, and I'm like, those two could talk for hours, and there would never be a lull. So then she's single, and he takes her out to somewhere on Cherokee Street, and next thing you know, they're dating. They made it official, like, yeah, I'll be your boyfriend, you be my girlfriend kind of scenario. What was the original question? I'm really bad with my memory.
It was, does he tell you?
Oh yeah, so now he's starting to date this girl, and
I'm doing well. I always
you're
forget
excellent.
also.
You're excellent. I go on so many off stories. So now he's dating this girl, and he provides me information. Like, I try to maintain the open communication now with me. Also, I don't need to know sexual positions. I don't need to know that little detail. I don't need that minor minutia. I like the information, like
Not
what's
neither, don't
developing.
want.
I don't need.
Okay.
If he tells me, he tells me.
And you're
It's
okay
like,
with it.
I am now. I like hearing information like what are your feelings right now? Because I can start when I started. They fell for each other pretty quickly, but we've also known her for so long, so it's not like we had to learn her character. We knew her
Right.
character
You already
already.
knew what, yeah.
So just when it was like they hit the ground running, and it took a little while to process because I was like, "Holy shit!" I was not expecting it to be this fast. You know,
Right.
I'm gonna say like within a month, within 3 weeks, they were saying "I love yous," and then let's see, September 10th, I think, is when they started dating, and he told me like a week and a half ago that he had fallen in love there. And I took it wonderfully. I thought I was gonna have a big issue. This is the first time he's actually been in love.
Okay.
But at the same time, like last night, we were having the conversation of like, what is truly in love? Love is such a strange, bizarre concept,
Right.
and how do you know? So we kind of just dismissed that whole in love business.
You don't use this phrase. It's
Right,
useless.
right. Um, so yeah, he tells me what's going on in their life, and when they're having issues. He doesn't come to me for advice, but yeah, that's our communication now.
Oh man, I can't give anyone that advice.
What's that?
Go get pregnant.
Oh yeah, no, don't. I give people that advice to not get pregnant. It
Yeah,
might have
you
changed
just.
me,
I
but
think you just gave me that advice
don't have
on the way
kids.
here.
Don't have kids. I tell that to everybody. I didn't want them either, but it helped my marriage.
Mm-hmm. That also isn't very usual. So you guys are like the exception.
Yeah.
People who have kids and just all right. That was like the nail in the coffin, and you guys didn't.
No,
So
brought us closer, brought us more poly, brought me more open. But I want to say I was probably, when I think back on my life, I think I was poly without even knowing what poly was. Because as a teenager, I used to teach my friends how to perform blowjobs using my boyfriends. I would let girls spend the night for days on end and go to work and be like, yeah, if you guys want to fool around, go ahead. Not a big deal. I would
you're poly.
share everybody. And it wasn't until like I really had it in the mindset that no, he's mine. He's mine and mine alone. That's when I started developing that unhealthy monogamous, viewpoint of
when did that happen?
Is good. I'm going to say when I was 19.
What happened? So something triggered that.
Not real. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, because even with the boyfriend that it had started occurring with, I want to say a lot of my monogamous, unhealthy characteristics occurred because of I was fearful they would do to me what I wanted to do to them. I wanted to be with people. I wanted to have sex. I wanted to date. I wanted to enjoy myself. I wanted to be promiscuous, but here I am tied down in a monogamous relationship.
Right.
And now I never cheated on the guy that I was with for 2.5 years. I wanted to. But when we ended it, I ended it pretty quickly and went around the block to a friend's house, literally around the block, and celebrated my singlehood immediately, like within 20 minutes.
Wow, damn.
So I think a lot of my insecurities with monogamy and jealousy was because I didn't want somebody to do to me what I wanted to do to them, or what I had a history of doing, because I was a cheater. I've cheated on plenty of people.
But at one point, you were okay with it, though.
With monogamy?
No, if you said you
with
teach
poly. Gotcha.
blowjobs to your friends. Did you like also let them practice on him as well?
That's how I would do it. I wouldn't sit there and be like, watch me. I would be like, no, honey, this is how you need to do it. I mean, my friend Jess, she learned how to give a blowjob on my boyfriend, and then I was like, you don't have to stop there. I'll just turn on the television and sit back in the recliner. Okay.
So, like, what changed? How did that change at 19? Something like, where is that thing?
I think, really, it was, I just became possessive.
But why? Why and where?
I don't know.
Right, because you see, there's
I'm
a big...
almost 35. I can't remember that far
There's a transition between...
There was.
Blow my boyfriend and know that dick is mine.
Yeah.
So, like, something in there. Okay.
Good
it's
question.
Interesting to look, to explore.
I had a shitty childhood, so it could have been like daddy issues too, and who knows? That
just showed up out of nowhere?
Maybe.
I'm interested. I may ask you more questions about that later.
Be my guest.
Okay.
I'm an open book.